John, the players said you worked almost exclusively on defense yesterday. What did you work on, and how much progress did you think they made?
We're trying to get them to play through a whole possession, stay in the stand. Someone said, wow, you guys got beat on the dribble. Yeah, if you're standing straight up and down, it's pretty easy to get beat on the dribble. So we did a lot of things in keeping them in the stance. But again, when I watch the tape, there's just not the effort, and I'm trying to explain, you guys, I asked them what having fun was. They said winning. I said, no, not necessarily. It's coming out and having an unbelievable effort by everyone that's on that floor and who comes in the game, and forcing your will on the other team, doing it together, talking and having fun doing it. That's fun. You may lose a game and be miserable after the game, but throughout the game you had a ball playing because you tried to do it, the other team did it back, and you went back and forth. And I said there are games you could lose and feel good about because you gave everything, and then there are games that you win by 30 and you should not feel good about. But they don't know all that. This is all stuff that's new to them.
Cal, whether it's defense or body language stuff, Andrew and Aaron have said all the right things about it. You're trying to make them better, and they're taking to it. Are they doing that, or actually listening?
They're trying, but they've got a ways to go. But it's not just those two. Julius has got a ways to go. When you rebound, stick, rebound, bang, and then they say, man, it play hard. But then you got to watch defensively. You got to watch running the floor. Alex has gotten better, but got a ways to go. I mean, we're just, we're a team that is behind. Dominique probably is closest to what we're looking for of anybody on the team, but we're not where we need to be right now.
Dominique says he feels weird shouting loudly, and especially in a quiet practice gym with visitors watching. Has that been an emphasis too this week for you to just make those guys?
Well, you can't if you don't know where everybody is, and if people aren't talking, you're not comfortable. You kind of you go back because you're afraid to go out because you don't know if people have your back, and that's where we are a little bit right now too. So we got there's a lot of fronts that we got to work on. I mean. We've got to work more on the press, which, I want to do today and do some different things out of it. But, the whole point comes back to your effort. If you want to know, again, what success, it's just, I'm giving my best. I'm doing my best. And you have to feel good about that. If you're not doing your best, if you're standing around, if you stop playing, for most of these kids, they were always bigger and stronger and longer and faster. You didn't have to outwork the other guy. If a team's effort level is far beyond yours, it will smash a talented group. Just will. A less talented team that just fights like crazy will beat the talented team. And so we just, my job right now is to get these guys to understand how hard they got to play, what it's got to look like, and we're just not there.
At this point, is Dominique your best candidate to be that lockdown defender like a John?
His size, James Young should be able to be that guy. Julius should be able to be the guy. He got beat on the dribble 4 or 5 times. Again, stood straight up and down. Didn't really get down in the stance. And then getting down, we're so long, you have to get down in a stance and have a hand up because you're taking away a jumper because you're 7 foot tall, you're 6'9". You don't go down and go like this and make yourself 6 foot. So then it's like, well, I can't have my hand up and get down. Oh, yeah, you can. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So we got some of that. But again, I'll say this. Great bunch of kids. They really are. One of the greatest groups I've coached. But they're kids, and we've got a lot of learning to do and a lot of habits to break, and it's hard to break them, and especially if I keep seeing on tape and it's the same. Then I've had to change what I'm doing in practice and how I'm doing it, to get them to do the right stuff.